how long have you been contemplating retirement, and when did you actually know that it was the right time?
It's all happened pretty quickly, to be honest. Just in the last probably week and a half, 2 weeks. Just a couple of honest conversations, just around, probably with myself more than anything, and a couple of people. And it just feels like now's the right time at the end of this year to finish up. So look, there's great depth in Australian rugby around the nine, and just with me and where I'm at as well. Like I said, it was being honest with myself of where I'm at. Now's the right time. So look, I'm at peace with it. Obviously, I was pretty keen to play on next year, but realistically, I think the end of this year is the right time. So excited, pretty pumped to be out. Very, very rare to be able to be in a position to kind of go out on your own terms, I guess.
What was the toughest part of that recognition when you had those conversations with yourself?
Yeah, I just think like it's something in me that just wants to compete, and I guess if the body could keep going, I would keep going. But the body's just given me a lot of signs that now's the right time, and I think it's time I start listening. And I've got 3 young boys at home. My wife's been the absolute rock for a long time, allowing me to do this job for, gee whiz, I don't even know how long I've been doing it. It's been a while, and it's time I put the family first. And got a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old. Little boys as energetic as I am. Peachy knows that. And like I said, it just feels right. It seemed like everything was pointing me that direction. I was fighting it for a little while, but some honest conversations with myself and with Joe and with Chrono, and we came to a sensible decision.
When did you break the news to the team?
When did I break it to you, boys? Fiji? Tuesday night.
What was the reaction?
I tried to make a bit of a joke out of it, and me being my personality, boys don't hear many jokes from me, so I had to let them know I was kidding. Look, a lot of excitement. Very, very lucky to have a group like this around me at the moment, and I've been realistically this week's been a little bit flat from the result on the weekend, and we were slowly building, and by Tuesday night the boys would come out of our shells, so we're all looking forward to Saturday.
Just had Joe in here saying not a sentimental decision to play you, so you're confident you got one last big shift in you?
Yeah, one or a few. Like I'll hang them up at the end of the year. Definitely. Like I feel like I played well against the Lions over at Optus there. I feel like I was playing good footy against Fiji at the end there. It was a tough game, and been training well against the boys, keeping the act sharp for the boys and the Reggies. And I feel like I said, I've got that competitor in me. But I think it's the end of the year. Like I said, it feels like the end of this year is the right time.
And Joe also sort of indicated that Jake was part of all the conversations. There was a few things going into it. Like, I don't think he offered to hand his jersey over or anything, but there might have been an element of, it'd be great to give Nic an opportunity. Is there any more you can share on that?
Not a whole lot. Just that myself, Jake, and Tate have been together as working together since about 2020, and I'd say we've got an unbelievable relationship, the three of us. We're quite close now, and if that was part of it, I was unaware of it, but it wouldn't surprise me. Jake's not only a good teammate, he's a close mate. Like I said, all three of us have a really good relationship, and they were two guys that come up to me after Tuesday night. We had a little moment together, and some slightly longer hugs than usual, but it's like I said, it feels right. Those two boys have been playing some unbelievable footy, and just been lucky.
And knowing that you were going to retire, I presume it was before Monday that you thought you were retired. Like, how did it feel when you were named in the number 9 jersey? What was your reaction and feeling?
Surprised. Like I said, Jake and Tate did an unbelievable job the first 2 games. I know for Jake, he's obviously coming back from an injury and had some big minutes. But to be honest, I was ready to go in the bat with Joe about potentially running the water just to finish in my boots. I didn't see it coming, but really appreciate it, and I won't let the boys down.
Fire character on the field. Were there any tears when you told the guys and when you were named in the Nudges?
I've kept the emotions pretty in check this week. I guess there was that element when Joe did tell me it was all right, got to wrap my job. I've got a job to do, and that's where I told the boys early in the week. Told them that, selfishly, I want to let you know now because I want to focus the rest of the week of my job and performing it the best I possibly can. And whilst it won't be a distraction for them, it potentially might be for me. So that's why I wanted to rip the band-aid off it at the start of the week and focus on the job at task, and that's going out there and doing a job for the team, doing my role well, understanding my role and performing, because it's a test match. There's a lot on the line this week, and I look forward to it. I feel like I can add a bit of value.
Dylan, you sad to see your horse and Wallabies teammate hang them up, or you'd be happy to not hear him barking?
Be honest, mate.
Be
honest.
PR answer. It's a bit of both, mate. I'm sad to see him go because he's such a quality and well-respected person in our walls and in our everyday life, mate. Like, he adds such value to us as competitors and outside of rugby. He's such a good man. But I'm also stoked for him because I know Mel, his wife, would be stoked not to put up with 3 Nic Whites. So it's bittersweet, but hopefully still see him throughout the future. And he's got one of the best brains in rugby, bro. So it's good to sit down with him and talk about the game, and me, I suppose, learning the game a bit more and having to talk to him is probably one of the best things I've done in my career. So I'm sad on one hand, but happy for Mel.
This is a special moment for you as well. Like, probably the only person to design a jersey and wear it against the Lions. Like, when you start that design process, obviously there's people who've been with gold brought on, but to be now here, what does it mean to you?
Yeah, it's really special to kind of see the whole process from did the design back in 2023 and to see how much stuff has to go through, how many loopholes has to get to where it is today is pretty cool. And I suppose me knowing the story pretty in detail, and it always gives you an extra fizz. Good. I was lucky enough to do the Force and the TARS as well, and when I got to play in the Force one, it always just adds that extra bit of energy. It's hard not to play or try to play well in the jersey you designed, especially being a Wallabies jersey.
How hard has this week been for Carlo? Either of you, Joe, sort of spoke about it as well. I guess his integrity or toughness has been questioned by some, which is crazy. But what's it been like for him?
Yeah, mate, at the start of the week, obviously a bit flat when you get a fair bit of heat on you, but Carlo is such a resilient, competitive person, and if you know Carlo, he knows how to kind of brush that stuff and go on with his job. At the start it probably rattled him a bit, but now he's such a good ball of energy and such a good person to have around the group that not many things phase him for too long, and I think that's a real testament to his character. And I suppose it got questioned a bit, but it's complete opposite of who he is, and to see him where he is now from the start to the end of the week is awesome.
When Joe was talking about, it's been one of the more difficult weeks in terms of how deflating it was at the start. What have you noticed from Joe this week? Is he pulling back a bit? Is he going harder? How's he approached the week?
It has been, like, up until I reckon probably midway through our training session on Tuesday, we're pretty flat. Joe allowed us to live in that. Like, it's a huge series. It was a difficult loss for all of us, right? Like, players, staff, fans, like you guys. Like, it's so not to move on from that too quick, but like, at some point we do need to move on from it, and by Tuesday we got to bounce in our step and started focusing on all right, there's things in our control that we could have controlled a lot better, and let's look at the fixes and look forward, because there's a test match at the end of the week that's very important, but wasn't in a rush to move us on too quick, which I felt it was nice, because that some big feelings there, like you've lost a series and in a very dramatic way, and felt a bit aggrieved, and it's all right to live like that, but all right, let's channel that emotion into a performance on the weekend, and I would say, like, we've got so much support and felt so much of it, after that game on the weekend. And we look forward to going out and putting a performance out there, hopefully getting the result, but first and foremost the performance, because that performance on the weekend won some people over, and we felt an amazing amount of support from not only Wallaby fans but fans of rugby, and I think that helped.
Nick, in the Force game, your kicking and the restarts gave the Lions all sorts of problems. We've not seen any of the other Super Rugby franchises or the Wallabies trying those short kickoffs. Are we likely to see that again this weekend?
I tried a couple on the weekend with Sue, and certainly some other teams have tried a couple. So look, it's always in the plan, but they may have. I think they changed their setup as well, and to protect that. So we were just the first cab off the rank. Maybe found some stuff there, but look, it's an exciting part of the game. But wouldn't look too deeply into it.
You've got a few more goes left of this. What's the best thing about being a professional rugby player, and what's the thing that you're not going to miss in the slightest?
Oh man, I'm probably the wrong person to ask. I love absolutely every part of it. Like there hasn't been a day where I've felt like I've gone to work. I live and breathe it. These boys have to tell me to calm down a bit. You know what I mean? Stop talking rugby and stop. There's stuff outside of it. So look, I was honestly not a part of it. I look forward to, I'll miss all of it. On Tuesday when we're climbing into the contact, I was throwing myself into it, and even the bits that are hard, I'll miss that. I'll miss the competing. I'll miss the putting the body on the line. I'll miss working hard. All of it. And there's. I'm very lucky this weekend that we get to play in front of a packed stadium at home and home fans. So like that's money can't buy that. It's gonna miss that for sure.
Nick, Ryan Monaghan, you spent a lot of time with him, but the Brumbies kind of feels like he's the natural guy to come in and join this trio of nines. What do you kind of look forward to him watching him play potentially in the future at Test level?
Yeah, mate, he's an awesome nine. I had a fair bit to do with Ryan when I was at the Brumbies. He's got a great skill set. He is a leader, very composed, sees the game really well, and I think with time in the saddle, he's going to be a great Test nine. So like I said, there's Ryan and there's a whole host of names in Australian rugby. We're blessed in the 9 jersey, which is awesome, and we're going to need that going into the next big event, which I had a part to play in my decision. It's now feels right to let those boys get some time in there before 2027, because I definitely won't be around for that. And mate, Ryan's I look forward to it. He's played well.
In terms of feeling right as well, how much did also 2013, the heartbreak of missing out, that is also this sort of full circle moment of now ending your career with a cap against the Lions?
It feels a bit surreal, doesn't it? Missing that 2013 Lions, it was a huge kind of driver for me to stick around and give this a go potentially. And look, I've put myself in the frame, and look, I could absolutely give this moment back to have the result on the weekend, and have Jake and Tate go out there this weekend, and I'll be sitting in a suit. So and that's just how I feel about it. This is all awesome for me at the end of the day to get this, but I'd trade it in 100%. Not about the fairy tale. I would have preferred we'd be going into a decider and the team be unchanged, and that'd be that. So look, it's I'm sure I'll look back after, and this will be pretty cool. Like I said, to be able to go out Accor and play in front of. I won't let anyone down. I guarantee you that. But I'd trade it for sure.
Nick, you mentioned fairy tale. You said you feel a sense of responsibility more than ever about this test. Like energy's been your trademark. You're a tactical change into a team that needs lifting. Do you feel that sense of responsibility this week about having to bring something to this team?
I think the coach has been pretty. I was pretty energetic on Tuesday. I think someone mentioned that if I train like that, I won't make it till Saturday. So I think it's a case of going out there and just doing my job first and foremost, not overplaying. But yeah, I don't think, like, I'll bring energy. It's just what I do, and you know, I don't think there won't be. Like I said, we were down up until Tuesday, but the boys were well and truly up. Like, you don't need too much motivation. Like, this is a once in a 12-year event to be able to play the Lions, and there's a lot on the line, and boys are pretty amped up, and yeah, I'll do my job and be pretty energetic, and yeah, I certainly won't be leaving any stone unturned out there. I'll be emptying the tank and giving it everything.
What do you see? Have you given any thought to what you'll do when you come up? What's next?
Just because of the nature of probably in the last, you know, doing doing this in the last week and a half, kind of making this decision. There's some phone calls being made at the moment around what that might look like, but I'm not in a position to make that call just now. And but you know, it'll be exciting. Yeah, it's all kind of transpired pretty quickly.
There's some people have said you've been like an extra rep on the field during your playing career. We've seen former players speediate through that process. Maybe referee.
Mate, I've seen the shape of Nick Berry, Jordan Way. Mate, those jacked blokes, like they're well better than me, and I'll leave that to them.
Are you going to hand the moustache mantle in the team to put pressure on someone?
Oh no, there's a few boys trying to grow one at the moment.
Well, no good.
No good. I see Lenny's trying to get one. I thought Jake had a very similar haircut on the weekend and played pretty well. I said, mate, why don't you grow a moustache? Look, yeah, no, we'll have some fun with it.
How are your sons reacting to Dad being home a lot more for next year?
Yeah, definitely my oldest. He's fully aware of you know, going away. The last couple of trips have been hard, and you know, he's pretty excited to have Dad at home a little bit more. And yeah, they're pretty pumped. They get in tonight, and he'll be there. And yeah, gee whiz, I didn't think I would get emotional, but like that is what I'm excited about.
Thanks all.